Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
Wrongly released, a dangerous felon roaming the streets after a mix-up at the jail. Now police are on the hunt for him. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sandra Ali, and we start this breaking news story out of Oakland County at this hour. That's where that 24-year-old inmate was released Wednesday night. He is now nowhere to be found. Our Guy Gordon is live in Pontiac right now. And Guy, do police have any idea at all where he might be?
They've got an idea. Right now we got the U.S. Marshals, the Michigan Department of Corrections, State Police, and the Oakland County Fugitive Apprehension Task Force all working on this, concentrating in Detroit, but specifically in the area of 7 Mile and Livernois. That is where he was last seen. Now, he was here in Oakland County, serving time in Jackson, but here in Oakland County to face charges in a concealed weapons case out of Oak Park. He had that court hearing, and then he was to be sent back to Jackson. That did not happen. He's in Jackson. Take a look, because he is serving a 15-year sentence for armed robbery, assault with intent to murder, also a felony firearm conviction that got him 2 years. He is considered dangerous. Do not approach him. So why isn't he back in Jackson? I asked the Undersheriff Michael McCabe, and he says simply human error.
For whatever reason, we have a process in place. 2 deputies in the booking area always review the file before anybody's released. We don't know what the breakdown is. There is an internal investigation ongoing as to what occurred. He shouldn't have been released. He should have been, the file says MDOC detainer right on it. Again, we have 2 people that check it so things like this don't happen. I don't know what happened. I can just tell you it's human error.
So this is who we are looking for. 25-year-old Johnny Johnny Rogers II. He's 25 years old, actually. 6 foot, 187 pounds. Now, he's got some very distinctive tattoos on his right arm. One says, "Live for everything, die for nothing." The other one says, "Only the strong survive." He was last seen in blue jeans and a white T-shirt with Timberland boots, so somebody gave him some clothing. But again, they're focusing the search in the area of 7 Mile and Livernois. If you see him, 1-800-SPEAK-UP or 1-888-TURN-1-IN. We're live from the Oakland County Jail. I'm Guy Gordon, Local 4. Sandra, back to you.
And Guy, I know initially there was some concern expressed about that delay in getting this information out. What do we know about that?
Yeah, there was a delay, Sandra, but it was inadvertent. It was because they didn't know they'd made the mistake. He was released around 6 o'clock. 9 o'clock, they got a call from Johnny Rogers' mother saying, "My son just showed up at the house here at 7 Mile in Livernois. He's not supposed to be here." She was the one that blew the whistle because it was not a welcomed homecoming.
Yeah, doesn't sound like it at all. All right, thank you so much, Guy. Well, we have been keeping an eye on the threat of severe weather all day. We woke up this morning and it was so super humid to start the day.
Just
never
disgusting.
A good sign, right?
No, it's not. I mean, it often can be a trigger for storms. And right now we're seeing a heat index temperature, Sandra, of 87 degrees. I actually thought at noon it would be nearer to 90. Nonetheless, it is very soupy and sticky out there. The actual air temperature in Detroit is 82 degrees, and we'll be up another 3 or 4 degrees as we head through the afternoon. Notice, though, as you head up into Saginaw, 76, it's 77 in Traverse City. We have a cold front that's cutting through the state, and with the buildup of the heat and humidity, this cold front approaching, this is the formula for some of these showers and storms to start firing, I think, after 2 o'clock, so we have a couple of hours. But spotty rain and thunder showers, some of those could be on the strong side. And again, we've got a couple of hours, but 86 will feel like the 90s. And Sandra, we will all be feeling the effects of that.
Yeah, it sure sounds like it. All right, thank you, Brandon. Neighbors in Ontario are stuck cleaning up quite the mess after a nasty tornado touched down in at least one community last night. An office building had its wall torn down while a boat overturned in someone's yard. Trees completely uprooted. Nick Monticelli is over in Ontario where the cleanup has just begun. Nick?
Sandra, good afternoon. There is a lot of cleanup to be done all over this area. Here is one home. You can see the homeowner and restoration crews are now here trying to assess exactly what they want to do. In this case, believe it or not, you can see the house to the left undamaged. The garage picked up in the air, turned about 10 or 15 degrees, and then shoved right back into the ground. Everything inside is destroyed. There's a lot of work to be done there. Now across the street, or actually just next door, there is another building. The roof has been ripped off, a whole lot of debris here, and across the street, more awnings, and further back, an industrial complex where there is sheet metal all over the place. We can show you some video taken from Sky 4 just about an hour ago, which gives you a better idea of what all this looks like from the air. You can see that sheet metal thrown all over the area, the debris, the tree limbs, the shingles from the roofs, the plywood all over this section. A lot of people are still trying to figure out exactly what happened here. We do have that tornado, the touchdown confirmed in LaSalle, and they're trying to determine what exactly happened on this side over in Windsor. Some experts say the damage here is actually just suction from the tornado. Obviously, that'd be a whole lot of damage to assess and try to figure out. But again, a lot of people are dealing with this. We can show you some video back here on the ground inside of this garage. It really is a disaster. But when you talk to the people who were here, many of them didn't know what was happening until it was already too late.
By the time I got up in the living room and ran to that window, it was already up and moving, and that stuff over there was flying. Like,
were you nervous? Were you afraid?
No, I just didn't realize like what it was, until after. Like, it was too stupid to be afraid.
All right, so back out here live again. Restoration crews are making their way all over this area in Windsor. There will be dozens of them just trying to get through and assess the damage to determine how long it's going to take to put things like that back together again. But you can imagine that's not safe at all to go inside, and many of the homes and businesses are just like that one, Sandra. We're live here in Windsor. Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
Cleanup out there. All right, thank you so much, Nick. And remember, you can always get the forecast and check live radar anytime you want with our free Local Forecasters app. To download it, just search WDIV in your app store. Now to a developing story on Detroit's west side, where a soon-to-be mother was gunned down and killed overnight. Lauren Podell live at the Detroit Police Department. And Lauren, do police right now?
Sandra, right now, the only lead the Detroit police are telling us is that they believe a man walked up to this 21-year-old woman who's 7 months pregnant at her home, opened fire, ran away, and possibly got into a car at the end of the street. As far as suspect information goes, that's about it at this hour. That's why Detroit police are desperate for any information, any tips that can help lead them to an arrest.
21-year-old Bianca Lyons had a lot of life to live, and her unborn child didn't even have a chance after this soon-to-be mother was gunned down in front of her family home on Crocus Lawn on Detroit's west side. Gunfire, neighbors heard loud and clear just after 11 Wednesday night.
Just heard the shots. It's about like 4 of them. 4 loud shots, almost like shook the house.
Detroit police tell Local 4 Bianca was shot 5 times while getting out of her car. Her parents found her lying on the ground. The 21-year-old was rushed to the hospital. Her unborn baby boy died in the emergency room. Bianca passed away a few hours later. Bianca worked at the U.S. Post Office downtown. Her ID was recovered at the scene, and a heartbroken co-worker showed up at her home when he heard the news.
That's when I woke my wife up, cried on her shoulder for a minute because, like I said, Bianca was a friend. Then I put my clothes on, came around here to see hopefully I could hear some type of news to help me get through the day, like they got an idea, they might have a guy, a clue, a suspect or something.
Detroit police don't know who shot a woman 7 months pregnant or why. They hoped canines could sniff out a trail in the neighborhood near West Chicago and Wyoming, but the dogs lost the scent at the corner of the street, while family and friends are mourning the loss of a young woman who had a bright future ahead of her.
I've never heard anybody speak a bad word about Bianca. I mean, like I said, we're just coworkers, so we only interact for about 8 hours a day, but I've never heard anybody have a complaint, whether it be a coworker, supervisor, manager. Everybody loved Bianca. She was cool. She was a little kid with a good job.
And Bianca had so many other co-workers, Sandra, who today are simply mourning the loss and shocked by her murder. You'll hear more from them on later editions of Local 4 News. In the meantime, those USPS employees, they will be offered grief counseling and employee assistance if they need it. In the meantime, Detroit police still looking for tips. If you have any information on who shot Bianca Lyons, you're asked to call 1-800-SPEAK-UP. Your tips can remain anonymous, or Detroit Police. Reporting live from DPD headquarters, Lauren Podell, Local 4.
All right, thank you, Lauren. Rescue teams in Italy still racing to find survivors of that massive earthquake that hit several small towns. The 6.2 quake hit early Wednesday. Italian officials have revised the death toll at this hour to 241 as hundreds of others were injured. Firefighters now helping survivors get to their homes to collect any belongings that possibly survived the quake. The worst affected areas are in the villages of the mountain region of central Italy. Many people who are believed to be still under piles of rubble in that area. An incredible rescue. These rescuers pulled a 10-year-old girl from the rubble in a town in central Italy. That town is about 100 miles northeast of Rome. It is one of the 3 hardest hit areas. Families are now dealing with the aftermath as a 4.3 aftershock was reported in an already devastated area, causing even more damage. Back here at home, a Dearborn Heights man counting his blessings after colliding with a semi-truck. That man was driving on Van Born Road in Dearborn Heights when he crashed and got stuck underneath a gravel hauler. As you can see, nearly all of his entire car was crushed, except for that small portion you see right there of the driver's seat. That's where he was sitting, obviously. Police, fire officials, and a towing company all responded to the scene. They managed to save him, and amazingly, he was not hurt in the crash. New this afternoon, a judge has decided Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy will indeed be involved in the case against former MSU basketball star Mateen Cleaves. Cleaves is charged with sexually assaulting a woman at a motel last summer. His attorney argued Worthy was not suited to work the case against him because of her work with the Wayne County Sexual Abuse Task Force. Today, a judge denied that motion and said the case will continue with a preliminary exam. Still ahead here on Local 4 News today at noon, Republican Vice Presidential nominee Mike Pence in Indiana. Find out why he's taking a break from the campaign to meet with local leaders and families. An Olympic athlete suspended from the U.S. women's soccer team, what she said in Rio that led to her immediate removal. Plus, Volkswagen back in court today following that emissions scandal, what they're doing for customers who own those rigged cars. Indiana Governor Mike Pence back home today surveying damage from tornadoes that hit the state. The Republican nominee for vice president taking time off of the campaign trail as he tours the 2 counties hit the hardest. While no deaths or any serious injuries have been reported, dozens of homes and businesses were destroyed when the tornadoes touched down yesterday. During his visit, Pence is also expected to meet with families whose homes were also destroyed. Today, executives at Volkswagen expected in court to talk about a multi-billion-dollar settlement. Last year, Volkswagen admitted to rigging certain cars to pass emission tests by cheating. In June, the company reached a $14.7 billion settlement. Today, a court hearing will be held on the details of that settlement. And among the concessions Volkswagen agreed to, that the company will offer to buy back the affected vehicles or even pay to get those vehicles repaired. The U.S. women's soccer team will be without their starting goalkeeper for the next 6 months after suspending Hope Solo. You may have heard about this. U.S. Soccer made the announcement yesterday, citing conduct that is counter to the organization's principles as the reason for that suspension. Solo, you might remember, publicly called the Swedish women's soccer team cowards after they defeated the U.S. in a penalty shootout during the Olympics. That suspension is set to begin immediately. Still to come, homes across the country are getting smaller and smaller. Find out what's driving this pretty unique market next.
The storms yesterday, including a tornado outbreak south of the border down into Indiana and Ohio. That was again Wednesday, 40-plus tornado reports. Today, the storm threat will be stronger to our south, but we are included in the risk category, and we'll talk about your Thursday storm chances and some relief coming your way.
2 schools merged, leaving one head coaching job for 2 great coaches. One is a man, one is a woman.
You cannot make gender a factor, period.
The committee picks the man for the job. People complain. The man loses the job and the woman is hired.
Did they tell you it was because she's a better coach or because she's a woman?
Kids and parents say college scholarships could be at stake. Was this a messy miscommunication, gender discrimination, or something else? The Defenders tonight at 11.
Fixing up your
We have a Help Me Hank alert for you today. The prices of homes aren't the only thing shrinking this year, as the size of homes are also getting smaller and smaller as well. The average size of newly built homes is shrinking. This is for the first time since the end of the recession. From April to June, newly built homes were more than 70 feet smaller than homes that were built at the beginning of the year. Experts say this is a result of younger buyers who are looking to get into the housing market for the first time.
Well, good Thursday afternoon. We are watching storm chances once again. A little earlier in the afternoon than yesterday, and boy, the activity was strong south of us. And once again, the Storm Prediction Center has lowered our storm threat here from a slight chance just to a marginal risk from I-69 south down to the border. And then once you get into Ohio, Pennsylvania, they're up to that slight risk, more numerous severe storm potential. You can see the clouds are starting to thicken up. Once again, we are up to 82 degrees. Feeling like 87 as we get up to our high temperature this afternoon around 86. It will feel like the 90s, so that's something that impacts all of us. Rain and thunder shower chances, not all of us, and some areas could get real heavy soaking rain cells and others a whole lot of nothing. It's one of those kind of things where we've got the heat and the humidity and a cold front coming at us. Good news is through the evening hours, the cold front will have passed through, and overnight we're looking really solid, starting to clear out the skies, drying out, 64 degrees, probably seeing a little patchy fog from some of the rain showers the last couple of days and slightly cooler air on top of that. Here's that cold front. You can see a couple of showers in the Grand Rapids area moving into Lansing and over towards Saginaw. And this, again, just right along that front, more moisture back down through Des Moines, and that could ride right along that front as well. We have a lot more moisture coming up through the Gulf and also monsoonal moisture streaming out of the desert southwest. So we're getting moisture pushed in from two directions. The question is there enough lift, enough instability in the atmosphere to throw some storms our way? The model here at 4 o'clock does call for some scattered about the area, and I think the main threat will be heavy rain in small pockets and then some damaging wind potential as well. Eyes to the skies, especially 2 o'clock and beyond. Then Friday and Saturday, we're in really good shape. Low to mid 80s, low humidity. Clouds do increase Saturday with rain chances Saturday night and especially Sunday. Sandra?
All right, thank you, Brandon. A South Dakota man walks nearly 10 miles to work every day. What one state trooper did to make his commute just a little bit easier. A 19-year-old in South Dakota has to support his entire family by himself, but thanks to his local police department, that job is going to become a whole lot easier.
Every day, Tanner Ramarin walks 10 miles to work along the highway, and he does it without any shoes on, so he can literally tell that story. I walk both ways, uphill, no shoes
barefoot.
On. Yeah. And Police Sergeant Stephen Swanson saw him one day and knew he had to help.
Yep, he sure did. Swanson and the South Dakota Highway Patrol, with the help of a local sporting goods store, you know what they did? They went out and bought Tanner a brand new bicycle. Tanner was nearly brought to tears. He says having a new bike takes a huge weight off of his shoulders. Don't you love that, the kindness of strangers?
It is great, and just to be observant and, you know, the police departments and public relations and things like that, this is a good thing. And where are the new shoes?
Well, maybe that's coming next.
Too much?
Maybe that's next. They're paying it forward, right? Yes. Thanks so much for being with us today for Local 4 News at noon.